Welcome to the Arts and Medicine Studio. I'm so excited to have a very special guest close to my heart. Mickey is an amazing artist. I met him probably 9 years ago when he was a patient and participated in the art studio activities. I own one of his pieces. Look, it's all nicely framed. It has my name in graffiti style, and I treasure it every day. I also invited Raya. Hello, Raya.
AIMNitza, how are you?
Good. I heard you met Mickey 9 years ago as well.
Well, at least I knew him from the hospital where I took care of him. And to me, it's such a privilege to be here and really be equal in what we're doing now, all working in the arts.
Well, thank you so much, Raya. And in addition, we have Ishan with us. Hello, Ishan.
Hi, so good to be here again.
Was it fun for you to become a curator to help us share our excitement and awe with Mickey's work and maybe encourage our friends here to do some work as well?
Absolutely, and I really love Mickey's work, and it was a pleasure to really look at it and then try to understand, his whole world that he makes in his amazing art.
Mickey, thank you for agreeing to come and join us. We really look forward to seeing more about your art and becoming inspired by it. So Ishan and Mickey, go ahead and take it.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure, Mickey, and it was also great to hear about you and Nitza met for the first time. And I really wanted to ask you, what inspired you to make the kind of art that you make?
I really enjoyed watching cartoons as a kid. Stuff like Invader Zim, Dexter's Laboratory. Uh,
I love
I
that.
also grew up from New York City, so I always loved watching graffiti go across like trains and on top of buildings. So it really inspired me to make that kind of art in my own style that I do.
It's definitely very cool, and I can totally see how you brought those two together. And I really love those cartoons myself. You mentioned Invader Zim and Dexter's Lab; those were fantastic. And really combining those elements with graffiti is super cool. It's very unique, really, what you make. I wanted to ask, what exactly do you use to make it?
I just usually use like a ballpoint pen like this, blue pen. Usually come in different colors. You get these at the dollar store. They're called R2 roller pens.
Sweet.
Yeah,
It's like super simple,
yeah,
and you keep it super simple. I love it.
yeah.
And I also noticed in your graffiti and many of your artworks that you have these little symbols, and it looks like almost like hieroglyphs from Egypt.
Yeah. It's my own style, my own kind of language that I created myself. I think over the years, I really liked hieroglyphics and different languages like uh, Chinese, Japanese. Uh, I, I kind of like tried to emulate it on my own way. I guess during the time when I was trying to learn the language, but I gave up.
I totally feel you, man. It 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 can be. Those are some very tough languages. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
first of all, and also very beautiful. The script that is used, and I can totally see that elements, those little elements coming in to your own language that you've made. And it kind of really reminds me of one of my favorite street artists named Ramel Z,
Yeah,
if you've heard of him.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
super cool. And he also did this, way back. He came up with his own language. And he not only came up with his own language, but he really repurposed language itself.
Oh,
I wanted to ask you, I notice in a lot of your works, there is a little symbol that shows up in all of them. I find it, just sort of snuck in secretly into all of your works. What's that all about?
I call that my tag. It's my logo that I use to describe myself. Um, because in most of my pieces that I do, I'm not really in them. They're made by me, but they're not about me. So they're like tags that I use to identify myself as a creator.
That's super cool. I should come up with one of those too, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Me too.
Need one for my work too.
yeah, we can all do it together.
You want to try, Nitza, to make one?
Oh my gosh. I would love to.
Let's do it.
Yes.
So I have a marker
Yeah.
and a piece of paper. What else do I need?
So a tag can be. It really does not have to be a name or your name. It can be a nickname or it can be a shape. Whatever tag, whatever you want to use to represent yourself.
So if everybody calls me Nitza Pizza, I
Yep.
can just do like a triangle without the pepperoni to be
Yeah.
able to kind of be grateful for all the wonderful time I have as a Nitza Pizza.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to try.
And a lot of artists do that. They sneak in a little secret message that sort of reflects them in some way into their tags.
I also like that you could create lines that are darker and lighter. So it's almost like the intensity of the line changes the meaning of it.
Yeah, I've had probably 4 different tags throughout the time that I did my art. So it always changed, but the one that I use currently now is I think that's what I'm going to continue to use for a while. I think the oldest one is back from 2013. That was when I was using my initials for my first and last name. And then in 2016, I used one that had part of my name and the number 7 to represent the day I was born. The last piece that I used before the 2016 for the K7 was Swagger Out. It's just spelled out SWAGGA and the letters of out, OUT.
Yeah.
Probably around 2019, 2018, I came up with the design that I have right now. It's like a L with a dash above it, and it has a double meaning. So it does represent a 7, and it does represent an L. The L represents the last letter of my first name, and the 7 represents the day I was born.
Wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Raya, show me what you did.
So this is 10, which is my birth month, and this is 31. And I sort of drew a hawk because that's like a hawk's head. And my name is Hawks, last name. So that's where that came from.
That's awesome.
Ishan, what did you do?
So it's kind of like the first letter in my name, which is an I, but I made it in a way that not everybody can tell that that's what it is on purpose, so I don't get caught when I do it on the side of your house.
Riding by on your bicycle.
And I sort of used this, and it's loosely meant to represent the E sound in my name in Hindi, which is my mother tongue. And that and I made it to look a little bit like a lightning bolt. So, and I joined them both together.
This is so very exciting. I really hope that you guys could send us the tags that you make. For instance, I created the triangle for the pizza with a spoon that a heart comes out of it because I love giving. So I thank you all so much, Mickey, for coming. If I receive any artwork from our friends, I would definitely share it with you. Maybe you could write them a few words, or maybe sign your tag on a response to them. But please write to us at AIMNitza@gmail.com. And thank you so much, Ishan, for an amazing interview, and Raya for taking care of Mickey and taking care of us, weaving and being creative with Sayuri Arts as well. So thanks, everyone, and I can't wait to see this video and celebrate Mickey again and again. Bye-bye.
Nikki, great to
Bye.
see you.
Thank you for having me.
Can't wait to see your tags. Bye, everyone.